Okay, so we can start. Okay. Okay. It is May 21st, 6:36, and our commission board meeting is starting. Calling to order. Doraville is a proud city of civility. While differences of opinion are natural, let us approach each other with open minds, speak with courtesy, and treat one another with dignity and respect. Respect is the foundation of good governance, and we thank you for upholding this spirit of civility with us. Go ahead and going to do a roll call.
Mayor Mark. Itzel Mendoza. Itzel, can you hear us?
She sent a text saying she cannot hear.
You cannot hear, no?
Oh, she said she can hear. Never mind.
Okay.
She sent two texts. She went from can't to can.
Just say this is.
She can.
Can
Okay.
she talk? Can you talk, Itzel? Or at least test?
She says she's talking. She doesn't know if we can hear her.
Nope.
We cannot.
They can mute themselves.
Can you put the panel of we are going to have a technical issues here.
Yeah, bear with us while we deal with auditory or speaker issues.
So maybe she can connect by the phone.
This is Mary. Door.
Hello?
So can you talk?
Did you guys meet me?
Yeah, perfect.
Yep, we can hear you. All
Okay,
right.
cool.
Okay, so can you start again, please?
Yeah. So, do you want me to just start over all over? Okay, cool. It is May 21st, 6:43, and we are calling the Art Commission Board meeting to order. Doraville is proud to be a city of civility. While differences of opinion are natural, let us approach each other with open minds, speak with courtesy, and treat one another with dignity and respect. Respect is the foundation of good governance, and we thank you for upholding this spirit of civility. Let's go ahead and do a roll call.
Sarah Mark is absent. Itzel Mendoza,
Present.
Andy Ray,
Present.
Chris Ricker,
Present.
Christina Walker.
Present. Okay. Since we have no approval of meeting, do we have an approval of meeting agenda?
Yeah, you should.
Yes. Okay. Should we second
Yes.
that? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Second.
The motion to
Yeah. Motion. Sorry. I'm a little rusty. Motion to approve meeting agenda.
Second.
Thank you, Magina. So we have 3 minutes for public comment. Does anyone want to make a public comment?
we can say that Itzel Mendoza is join us online.
Okay. Itza Mendoza is joining us online.
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So we have presentation and report.
You have to do the meeting,
Approved.
the minute, the approval of the meeting.
Oh yeah, motion to approve minutes for April 9th, 2026.
Second.
Second.
Please second.
Thank you, Magina. So the next item is presentation report of a couple of items. One is the community art project, which is both the soccer community project in partnership with DART, as well as the Painting the Town project, which has, excuse me, let's start with the community project in partnership with DART. I know the previous meeting we had talked about approval of budget and in preparation for the meeting today, we would be discussing a list of supplies and how many people will be participating in that event.
So, one of the pending number of participants was from the camp, and Kim let us know that will be about 75 kids who joins during the summer.
I think we were aiming at 100 balls in general. So that's good. Okay.
Yeah, I think we had originally talked about 100 balls. I know that the size that we originally talked about could hold, depending on how we structured it, could hold up to 300, I think, depending on how big the balls were going to be and how we were going to construct it. I know Mary is going to help, is present here to help potentially. Okay. Okay, no problem. So I'm wondering how. So Sarah had talked to the group a little bit before this meeting about. Let me back up. So I had met with Sarah a couple of weeks ago to talk about what the vision of that project would be, as well as talking about potential of art supplies and that sort of some of those considerations. I then did a really brief search and inventory of what I think we might need, and then priced it out. That came to around $250. So I think we will be well under the budget. But looking for Sarah to help us flesh out the actual vision for the project, as well as helping me confirm that list.
This amount includes what materials?
What kind of materials?
What kind of materials? The 250 you will.
Dollars?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had printed out that email.
Okay, I don't know if you guys saw the message, or maybe I read that wrong, but I think Sarah sent a text message saying that it wasn't going to be feasible to do it with the foam balls because they had something to do with the leather and they would deflate. Or
Yeah,
the foam balls, she couldn't find them.
yeah, I
So
hadn't gotten
She
there.
was talking.
Yeah.
I think she was talking about doing different options,
Yeah,
which unfortunate that she's not here to present them.
yeah. So I had listed out the potential materials we could use to do the anchors on each side. Well, we could use for the arch itself, and some of the materials that we could use for the balls themselves, as well as how it's constructed and wrapped around that arch. So those are kind of the categories or considerations around that structure. That included balls, included some kind of rope or ribbon, included piping, and included Quikrete, and some of the supplies to create some of those things. So like a really large salad bowl and potential of sealants for whatever balls were going to be on there, as well as paint and paint supplies and some other considerations around adhering things to certain things. So glues, and some other things that I think either DART or us as individuals could supply. So drills, paper towels, those sort of things.
Can you remind me what the budget was?
We, I think it's on here. It's for $500. Yeah. And then like Itzel said, Sarah had sent us a text that Sarah's running into some roadblocks as far as the materials that we use for the balls, because frankly, there's not a lot online that offers the size of ball that we were thinking of in styrofoam or the foam that you're talking about without additional cost or weight, I think, to the structure. And so she had presented a couple of items or other considerations or alternatives for the ball itself. One, which I think is probably the more important one or the better option, which is using balloons and paper mache to create those round shapes, which is probably the best option. Itzel, do you remember this? You had just mentioned the first one. I can't remember what it is. Actually, we could check right here in the text.
Yeah, there was plywood,
Oh, plywood was
paper
another
mache,
one.
and yeah, balloons.
Yeah.
So the structure will be in plywood?
No, just the soccer ball form themselves would be like circular, would be cut out of plywood.
Oh, like a flat, like a disc.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
like a disc. Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's probably with both, there's probably pros and cons. So the discs are flat, which are not necessarily soccer ball-ish. And then the second one with the paper mache would require pre-prep, I'm assuming, before the event. That would require people resources. Yeah.
Yes, and if you also don't have the balloons filled up the right way, they will look a little egg shape.
Right, exactly. So we'd have to buy specific balloons, which I don't think that would be a huge problem. I think there's very round balloons available. But I don't know if the plywood discs are readily available or something that we would have to create. That's what I'm not clear about. So I
think that sometimes they sell, but very thin,
fine, yeah,
very thin pieces of wood.
like birchwood probably, yeah. Yeah, like flat.
Would we know the dimensions approximately of what the plywood circles would be?
I would say it looks like 8 to 10. Yeah.
Okay, because plywood is relatively cheap. You can get an 8-foot by 4-foot plywood at Lowe's for like $37, and you could probably get a lot of them out of that.
So we could, right. It sounds like Mary is saying that you can actually buy them in bulk. So that would be probably something that we could look into fairly quickly.
The
And
thing would be like putting them together, how would we structure it so that way all of them would be visible and they wouldn't eclipse one to another.
yeah, I mean, my thought would be, and this is spitballing here, we'd have to adhere probably a linear foundation of those discs along the arch, and then whatever extra ones we kind of layer behind it. And that could be adhered to by either nails or glue, I'm assuming. So it create
If we went with the idea of what I'm just spitballing too, would it be better to just use like a flat wall, maybe the entrance wall to some place or something to like make it like
Yeah. That would make it even cheaper and probably a lot simpler.
yeah.
But I don't know where that location would be. I mean, we could treat it as a mural. But do we have approval to do that? That's the other thing.
Yeah, because it is way different types of artwork. The arch in comparison to a wall.
Do we know where that location was going to be in the first place? Was it
I
gonna,
think that we had said that it was probably going to be in front of the city hall.
okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I think that we mentioned that probably will be in front of the library or the Doraville Art.
Okay, that's what that's what I
I
thought.
don't think that in front of the city hall is a place.
Okay. So if we do something on the facade of a building, do we have approval to do that?
We have to check it out with the owner of the complex.
Because what if we did a faux wall, like another piece of plywood, like 2 4x8s, so it would be two 4x8s, which would end up being an 8x8 surface, and we stick all of the plywoods onto that surface, and like L shape on the back, so that way it has a way to stand and it's not actually damaging any part of the property.
So it wouldn't necessarily be rounded, it would be more of a,
Like a soccer goal post, maybe?
yeah,
I
soccer
could do
goal
something like
post.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm just wondering how we anchor it to the floor or the ground.
Well, if we get like 2x4s, I'm going very handyman right here. If we get 2x4s, we could just use do like an angle in the back of that fake wall and have it stand up on its own. And in case we need to move it from like maybe the library to another place, it's semi easy to move.
Yeah, I'm thinking visually about like some of the archways, like for weddings, for example, there might be a way to create some kind of stable foundation so it's not,
Similar to that, yes.
so we don't necessarily have to adhere to the building.
Right.
We would have to probably, yeah, so that's definitely an option.
I kind of like the goalpost look.
Yeah, I do.
Feels more secure. Having like the 90-degree
Mm-hmm.
hold to it.
And the thing about this is that we don't have to worry about Home Depot buckets looking ugly.
Uh-huh. Yes.
We had moved away from the Home Depot bucket.
Yeah, we were not. Okay.
I can't see Majira, but I know Majira is putting a face right now.
Guilty without even being silent and guilty. So again, it's very good. It's during the meeting is you can come in with a concrete idea. The next meeting will be already when it's within the project.
Yeah.
So
And I'm concerned about
remember that
timing.
the whole game season is June 15th to July 19th. So
I don't think we're going to make it, if I'm being honest. But I'm curious.
That's funny because I was like, oh, we have time.
We have to buy.
We have to buy.
Finalize the vision. We have to finalize the art supplies. We then have to buy them and wait for them to
We
do
have to
that.
get
Then we have to
approval.
coordinate the event.
Yeah. Especially if we're having it on city grounds, we'd have to get approval for that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, shipping, coordinate. It does seem very tight. I was hoping to have it all finalized so we could purchase after this meeting today. Unfortunately, Sarah was a lot of the brains behind that.
Trying to think.
Okay, realistically, what would we need approval of from the city?
I thought if we were going to put it in front of City Hall, were we not? Was that scratched?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Oh, well, I blacked out. Okay. Well then, guess we don't, but we don't have, like, I understand your concern. There's a lot that goes into just talking about it. We don't have movement on it yet, and it's almost the end of May.
Yeah, I think we've got, like, if we were to do all of this stuff, it would be.
I mean, it can be considered like a community activity.
My
and
thought
then-
is we scratch, if we're really thinking about a way to get this done, that we consider it a community project.
Mhm,
We find a different way to display the end result.
mhm.
So if we're talking about a partnership with DART, it could end up potentially being, Mary, I'm just throwing things out there. So feel free to thumbs me down here. It could be maybe a small showcase of the end artwork of those discs,
Mhm.
and we put them on the wall of DART for a mini showcase for the families that were involved.
It can be also in the library too,
Or the library. Yeah, that's a good idea.
places. So.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this out loud, depending on the timing, because I'm out of town at the end of June, but I'm happy to volunteer to help. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's a great idea.
I love
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I like that idea. Yep. That'll relieve DART from. Yeah, I love that. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
Have other events during June and July.
Oh my gosh, it's just
So we have
Yeah.
a movies outside. So is this a stable and movable and safe and ready in a good quality? Then we can show it in different events
I like
through the
that.
summer.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can someone repeat it so I can hear it?
Say that again, Itzel.
Can someone repeat the idea so that way I can hear it?
Yeah, I was just about to summarize. So I think what we're starting to solidify is that we still go ahead with, we simplify what we're trying to do so that it is just a community engagement event with the 75 kids from summer camp, and purchase the discs as well as some painting supplies, carry through with the event so that they're decorating those discs as soccer balls. And then instead of creating a structure or an arch that is presented in front of the city hall or the library or whatever, we end up using the June 26th event to showcase the final community event itself, as well as those discs. I think that's more doable. It's way less supplies, less coordination. So I think that's probably more doable. Don't you agree?
I agree. Yeah.
But
Chris, you
definitely
agree?
for next meeting is
Next meeting.
already June.
Yeah, it's going to be past. I mean, we could do it. Could we do it? Does it have to be before?
I mean, like it's you're going to have it in the June 26th.
Yep.
I mean, like a
Well, when does summer camp start? Or isn't that the beginning of June?
June
June 1st. So we want to make sure they can, and it's how long? A week or 2 weeks?
Two
2 months. Okay, well, never mind. Okay. So based off of the new idea, materials we would need, we
Yes.
can, itemize.
Yeah. I'm just going to say it out loud here because I think it's going to be that easy. So I think the discs themselves, we can see if we can pre-purchase those.
You can get them on that.
Okay, perfect. And then,
That's what I was looking.
yeah.
Sorry.
And then, you did? Okay, cool. Thank you, Mary. And then, acrylic paint and supplies. So paintbrushes, probably cups, paper towels. I think that's it.
We
right?
need the structure. So
Do we need the structure?
Yeah, how you will.
Yeah,
display
isn't going to be like a goalpost kind of so we can move it? And it's always talking about,
So like those wedding archways on Amazon too.
That's what I was thinking too. We could just buy the archway for the display for June
could.
26th. Yeah.
see what that looks like.
I'm unsure how much they cost because they vary in cost. They could be really expensive, but they probably still fall within the 400 budget. So I think it'll be fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're all over the board. They're from $24 to how
How tall are they?
7.8 feet.
Okay.
Is it going to be? So I think there's probably things that we need to consider as far as adhering it to the arch then. I don't know if
We
just-
would need to find something to anchor.
Yeah, that's what I think
Side.
it's always talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
so typically if you buy a certain kind of arch, they already have stabilizing anchors there on they have feet on those arches, so it should be fine.
Do we want to
We
stick?
we could also put on the back of the artwork, we could put some Velcro on it and then put the Velcro, other side of the Velcro on the wall or the structure that we're gonna put, so that way they can just be Velcroed on.
Yeah, I like that idea. My other thought was just to drill them into the structure, but
So the ball can be also attached with the Velcro. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
then the finish, you can give it to the kids.
oh, that's a good idea. Okay, let's do Velcro. That's easy. We can buy Velcro on Amazon also.
We just have to make sure it's the tough one, because there is a really soft one that would just make everyone's toes hurt when they start falling off of it.
Yeah. Yep. That's fair. My question here for you, Majida, is since I'm a newbie, at the commission and how things roll here is who purchases those?
So you send the link for the Amazon and I can
Okay.
purchase them.
Okay,
He has
great.
to provide all the links in. And
Okay, perfect.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
we have a plan.
Yes.
okay. Do we need to make a motion to approve this plan? Or are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm making a motion to approve.
It's a presentation. I think.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
We already approved the budget.
Budget,
the
yeah.
Previous
Yeah.
meeting.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Who wants to take on the responsibility of creating that list? The final list of supplies and the links to them to supply Majida. Does anyone want to do that?
What is it? Is it gonna be the discs?
Acrylic paint.
I see like you should talk with Dart to make sure that Dart is going to participate with the summertime. So we will then so make sure that all the materials are.
So we run the list by Dart just to confirm. Okay,
Or we could exchange links through a text message, and then one of us can just make a Word document or an Excel sheet with all of the links together.
that's a good idea. Okay, cool. Okay, so I guess my next question is where do we have an idea, a clear idea of what that partnership looks like with Dart with relation to this project? If we're partnering with Dart, what does that partnership look like with this project?
That's what they has to agree with what is the responsibilities of everything and time and volunteers and
Okay, so it's
I thought that was part of the conversation you have it with Sarah.
Yeah, because I think they also talked about some supplies for them, like helping replenish.
Sarah
Yeah.
about that, but Sarah mentioned that their Dart is not supplying any supplies.
Okay.
So
Right.
my question would be then where does the partnership
What?
So-
Would they be helping us with the facility, like I'm sorry, I'm coughing with my nose, but with the facility, like being able to paint some things in there?
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Is the community engagement event being held at DART? I think I was hoping that Sarah would be here to answer some of those
That
questions.
it will be summer camp.
Okay, so it's at summer camp.
So Sarah mentioned last time that if there are people who cannot attend the summer camp and missed out, that they can come by DART and grab their supplies
Okay, great.
and take it home and drop it off. And
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe DART will be the one that keeps it until we build the structure.
Okay. Yep.
I'm assuming on their behalf that would be okay.
Okay, we're getting a thumbs up from Mary, so
Yeah.
that's okay. Okay, perfect. And then the other idea would be that we have someone from the commission and DART that would be volunteering for maybe the showcase or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm curious what.
When is the presentation for this event?
June 25th and 26th is the event in Assembly where the city is going to have a table. So the idea was to use this opportunity to showcase them since that is a watch party.
Okay.
But again,
Now I'm just throwing this out there because I didn't know that part. What if we move that wall, that fake wall, to the assembly place so that way it could be showcased with the watch party?
Yeah, I think that's what we
Yeah, we
agreed
had
to.
already discussed that.
Yeah, we're not going to be
Sorry.
just to clarify, Eitzel, we're not going to be showcasing the final display in the front of the building. We're going to be doing it at that assembly.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
No, that's okay. You're correct in what you just said. That's ultimately where that showcase is going to be. Okay. Okay, so we're good with that plan?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. I
so
think that's-
who is going to follow up with DART in the materials, roles, timeline, and also to schedule with, so then the summer camp can establish a day for the activities for the kids.
If you want to continue working with Sarah, I don't know if she has the bandwidth, but maybe Mary or, somebody, since you've kind of already started that conversation, continue that.
Okie dokie.
And
I was
then,
hoping that we could split responsibilities so I don't carry that responsibility of this whole project.
no, that's fine. But with the supply list, I liked the idea of Edsel saying we just kind of throw things in a chat. And I'm happy to make an Excel sheet and how would you like extra help outside of what you've done with or want to continue with Sarah?
I think I can send the supplies to the group based off of the original supply list that I sent.
Yeah.
Maybe where the help might come in is having other people in the commission look for those supplies online.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like
Chris is doing
Chris is
now.
gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
And then once everyone's good with that list, then I'll send it to Mary and Sarah together so that you guys can review it, make sure that I'm not missing anything. And then once you guys give us the thumbs up, I'll send that list to Magida via email. So
And
Yeah,
great.
move up.
Sorry, we need to coordinate with Kim on when we're going to be there.
Oh, yeah, when will you have it, the design, the list and the material, so then you can, I can coordinate with
Oh, perfect. Okay.
about when is the best time for the activity. And keep in mind that the camp is Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. So, but they also have a lot of activities outside, so then maybe require maybe more than one day, who knows? Depend on how elaborated you want the balls to be and all of that. I think it's a great opportunity to provide some kind of art class with the kids or some tips about, and not just leave it free to painting the walls.
That could be
So,
another place where Dart comes in to
So
help. Yeah.
then it can be educational, but also excited, and
Yeah.
we end then with a product that will be very nice to shop. And I will emphasize on that the important to have a finished good product is we are going to be an assembly where will be many people and many other cities there. We don't want it to look with unfinished products and
Okay.
Just going off of what Chris sent on the chat, are we planning to use like a metal arch? How would we stick the balls onto it? Not the balls, but those wooden circles onto them.
Some of the suggestions were to use this arch that use in the weddings that I have
it's
in
go-
a
it'll likely be wood.
metal,
Itzel.
metal.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll likely be made out of wood. So we'll see. And usually those are easy to assemble. So
And
Okay, because with my idea, it was like there has to be like a flat surface so that way the wall and the wooden ball would stick together. But with what Chris sent, there's not a wall, so
and also
my
easy to
assumption-
transport.
yeah, my assumption is that usually those arches, depending on the shape of them, are typically flat. So the Velcro will adhere to it just fine.
okay, you're talking about putting the Velcro onto the metal wire frame around it.
No, I think you're making assumptions around what the material is of the arch. And I'm not sure that we've solidified that yet.
Okay, I'll just be patient.
Okay. You'll be included in that discussion, Eitzel.
No, I'm just like a very visual person, so I like thinking about it and knowing like kind of what's going on, and with like what, not to blast you, Chris, but with what you sent, it kind of like threw me off a little bit.
So my thought would be, yeah, I think we'll have to discuss, depending on the arch and the price, how we adhere those discs. But for some reason, I envision, so we'll discuss it. But I think,
So maybe it will help to have a short tentative timeline, like next week, that is the last week of May, solidify the materials.
Yeah,
and the scene.
I will get those supplies to this group early to mid next week.
It could just be going discussion.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yep. So I'm going to give myself a date to be
If
accountable.
Sarah is not available, Mary be available? Because Sarah is usually also very busy too.
Kim is raising her hand very patiently. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yep.
Yeah.
I can envision exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay. Do we want to go ahead and just use the materials that already exist on hand?
I think what we should do is that sounds like a good option to start with and build supplies around that and see where we're at with our budget and assembling it if it becomes the vision that
Kim,
you know.
can you send a picture to the group via email just so we can Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if we think we can work with it, great. But if not, then we know we can have other options
Yep.
with the wedding.
Yep.
Arches.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to give myself a date to send to the group before 5/27. So before Wednesday of next week, send that list so that and Chris, if you wouldn't mind getting back to us in a timely manner of like if there are materials. Actually, I'm going to give myself 5/26. So by Tuesday, end of day, I'll be sending the list to the group.
Sounds good.
So, okay. So just a recap. So Christina's going to send a list of supplies to the group by 5/26 end of day. That I'm going to send that list to Sarah and Mary. So I'm just going to include them, CC them in the list. Chris is going to supply purchase places to supply those. And then once we're complete with that, then I'm going to send that to Majida to purchase. Good? Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So the next item on the agenda for community art projects is painting the town.
So we have some pictures, a little, no, the previous one. I think page 6, you go to, scroll down to page 6, you have the picture. So that was May 9, Saturday. It was an incredible day of full of activities. We have the partnership with DART. They were incredible presenting. They have a table where people can do catch light. Some catchers, what people love it, and they were in different colors, different design, birds, flowers. In addition to painting the mural, we organize in a sign up order. So we have a match 10 people in the painting. There were 11 slots to do it, and we used probably 10 very good, almost full capacity. So we also have a DJ with diversity music and a line dance. So for the brave people who wanted to be dance, we did it. So it was very fun. And we have a food. So I think it was everybody that participated that I talked with was very excited with the idea that they were part of the mural. In total, that we have a sign sheet was 80 people that participated that day, 65 of them painting, which I think is fantastic. And when the artist went through the whole process, she involved 5 artists. So this is another win because it's not only that this mural was one artist, but were 6 one that got the experience, the exposure, and it also was finished in a very good time. So I think that we are very proud. I hope that you have not been passed by, go and check it out. This is some of you the pictures. We have people of different ages, from very young to more seasoning ones, and all we're having a fun time. So
I was sad to miss it.
yeah. With we also promoted then using banners. We put a different big size banners around the city. We purchased 4 banners. 2 of them were specific for that day event, and 2 others were more like the mural coming, so we can use it for the second mural again. We also purchased some small real estate signs to also help with the promotion, and I think it helped because it was in a very short time that we did it. So,
It's awesome.
and thank you for all the ones that came. Andy was there and it was fun.
Thanks. It was a
Mary
lot of fun.
and Dark was very good. Thank you so much. Okay.
Next item, thank you, Magina. Next item is merely players present, merely players present mural.
So Merrily Players Present is a theater, a box, dark box theater that the city have enjoyed to have then. The location before was in the Civic Center, but once the Civic Center was demolished, they moved to a new location that is in front of the Salvation Army in Kids Avenue and Church and Kim's. So I think was 2023 or 2024 that Sarah presented a proposal for the mural. And we went through the whole process of evaluation and it was approved. If you can talk some more. So the original one was to be what the idea was to do it like in a plywood and attach to the structure of the back of the building. But because the situation with the movement and since what postponed and now that they have another location is when it's taken again. So we asked legal if we needed to go to the process again, but because was already approved for the council and for the, it's already approved. What we needed to do is lead the administration to change the location and signature and everything will be ready to go.
This
So
was already underway a while ago, right? And it was already been approved. Yep. Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So and the artist is Sarah. And what she explained to me is that the new location will be in the new location Merrily Players Present. There is a little area of a few parking lot and there is a contention wall. So I think the wall is probably like this.
Oh, cool.
No, it's a short wall. And in there is when they will do so it's to, when you go, the front of the building, it will be in the left side. It's a wall, the small wall. Okay. And once that we get the paperwork, they will determine when they will start it. But I think it's great that in that area, it will bring so much light and it will be fantastic because so close to the MARTA station will bring more visibility to the theater too.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Next on the agenda is a film income for public art. Saw that there's a lot of income coming in. Which is
Yeah.
great.
So this has been going above of our expectation. Is the page 9. We were lucky to be choose the facility of the Honeysuckle Park, the Foster Fleming Field, as one of the location for the pilot. That was in April, that was filmed in April, and that brought a chunk of the amount that was $23,400. Well, 23. And I think it's a mistake. No, it's correct. Yeah, because remember you have a total and then you have a total really that the funds because we eliminate the online cost and also is this in a facility they have to provide a deposit and that deposit is returned. That's why we have a two total.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
So one of the things that we with this project was a big project that took a lot of energy in the coordination, not only from film permit, but also for park and recreations. So I think that for a future, since I think it will be presented to the council, like when is a huge involvement of the park, how the park also will benefit for that. Because like I say, staff was coordinating with them, also the facility have an impact, classes, arrangement with the stable renters. So we learn a lot. Well, we hope that it can be a little, I don't know what figure, it will be a percentage, how we are going to do it, but we learned that it's really a lot of work for the whole, from everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it will fair. When when we're talking about discussing about, I say, well, other departments sometimes have more number of income or possibilities. Public art only have very limited.
Yeah.
So also that is put in the discussion. That's why I say, I don't know if we'll go to council or not, but when the new budget probably is a conversation that will be presented. So we have to be aware that it can be also modified. We have a resolution, but also every year there is a fiscal year and every year has to be approved. So it's not like because what's in the paper is done deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it was very incredible, the whole experience. I think that once this pilot is up, we are going to have more visibility. And already we have in other projects, we have a good number of income. So I think we are going to be in good shape for next year.
Yeah.
I also put in the mind that it's important to consider big projects that cost a lot of money with a good quality. And also this is something that we needed to start to research on possibilities, costs, and what it is. So when the green in the new facility open, we can already have previous to that a plan and a like how much it will cost. Is this will cover all or portion? So we need to start to individually start to research on all of these possibilities. That is such a great news
Yeah.
that we suddenly have this opportunity. Hopefully more opportunities will come, and we are just in month number 5. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited that we've got a big chunk now. I think we probably have to balance, you and I have talked about this, balance the small engagement, community engagement projects with larger, more refined solutions, and then think about what we do next year versus the following year when we know there's going to be more opportunity for some cool projects, being that hopefully that the project will break ground before then and actually come to fruition.
yeah, but I think that the council members and the mayor also wanted to hear, ideas or
Yeah.
possibilities or what we are talking when we talk about big projects, like what involved, and give it options,
Yeah.
it's not to decide, but it's a whole process. So just keep in mind that this is something that we needed to focus on.
Yeah, we need to start researching and looking into projects. I know Andy did a good job of presenting some brainstorming at the beginning of the fiscal year, so we could potentially use that as a starting point and start to brainstorm a little bit more about
Perfect.
those. Yeah.
Do we have any rough idea of like how long it's going to take for the building? Like, is it still in the 2-year plan, or is it going to be more towards a 3 or 4-year plan?
I think it's still using like between 1.5 with 2 years. They has been already moving on. So I think that
Okay, I'm asking that so that way we can leave a reserve for that big project this year. But before that, we would have to see what it was. I believe we had been talking about a sculpture.
Yeah.
So if we're able to put like half of it for this year and then another half for next year, we can have it by like when it's going to be done. The building is going to be built.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then, I mean, we also have potentially the white cow coming in, and we want to pay someone
Yeah.
who's very good at art.
Yeah.
The white cow from
The
the, yeah.
Yeah. It,
I don't know.
okay.
I think they call it a cow, right?
They
But
have
it's-
cows and-
I don't, yeah, it doesn't.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, well.
Um,
the whole head, they have both.
Oh,
But yeah.
okay, so this is the end of the presentation and report portion. It looks like we don't have any unfinished business, correct?
I had one question.
Yeah.
What happened to the pins?
So the pen are already in production. The final number was 9 pens because one of the artists didn't have enough time to provide the changes that we were requesting. And she was very busy, responsive. And the time also was kind of like a move a little longer that was.
So when artist
So-
dropped out.
Um, mm, Miriam, Marilyn, Melissa.
Melissa, okay.
Mhm.
Do you remember?
And that was the art that looked like the landscape of Atlanta.
Oh,
And
okay.
the suggestion was like if she couldn't at least modify a little bit to take all the wheel, or if she have a time to make a modification to look more like a Doraville and less to Atlanta, since we don't have a high-rise building near a wheelchair and something at least. But she was like, I'm sorry. She asked first
okay.
for an extension, and we say, well, when is the date? But then she was,
Melissa Mitchell,
she has been
Uh,
very busy.
ABL Creations, pin number 5 is the reference. That's the artist I had to drop out.
Mhm.
Yep, got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the other are in production. It will be done by the end of the month hopefully that we will receive then. And we are in defining who are the different business and restaurants. Also include nonprofit organization if they wanted to participate too. So then tomorrow should send another list to everybody. So at the beginning we were focused kind of like in restaurants, but kind of like the high visibility restaurants, but now we'll be going.
Now it's all retail.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because there were only 9, but because the number was very limited, but
Gotcha.
still there are opportunities. And another thing is like during the month of June, it will be the restaurant month was moved from August to June to take advantage of the games. So that also has been kind of like some restaurants has been already committed. So it's all part. The city also support that project. So it's like it's good. They will give them more opportunities to other kind of business.
Okay, so that's also in Doraville. So
We have it's with the organization called We Love Beaufort Highway, and they focus in the whole boulevard, the whole corridor from Brookhaven, Chambly, and Doraville. But this project, because we have been supported them, not only this year, in a previous year, most of the restaurants are
okay
in Doraville.
in June.
So they're a high thing, which is great.
Yeah.
Because they do a very good campaign, and the materials are very well done, and it's a very trusty organization for the community.
Yeah.
As a whole for me. So it's wonderful.
And the pins will be done by then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The idea is that the whole campaign will be from June 8th to the 30th.
To when? 8th? The following?
June 8th
To
8th
July?
to July 30th.
Oh, okay.
31st maybe. 30. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's 8 weeks project.
Yeah.
And business or restaurants or nonprofits can decide what kind of
Promotion?
they request for the participants to get the pin. So we also give opportunities to have it not only one time, have they can change through the 8 weeks. So they can, in the first week, they disappears, they have a kind of like a momentum. But they decide, they chose. What we need is to have all the information from the beginning in order to be added to the website and the promotion.
Cool.
It's
Cool.
exciting.
I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, it's a pilot project, but
Yeah.
depending of how this work, then we can make it bigger and see how.
Cool. Okay, so now we're moving on to new business. The first item on that agenda is presentation and evaluation of DART 3 mural at the parks.
And in your package, I also include the 3 evaluation forms. So as a background, this is a community mural grant that was obtained from the ARP organization. And the idea that they propose is to design 3 community mural painting events where the residents of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities will participate in the painting by number of the mural, and then the installation of this product will be in 3 of the park of the city. Each mural will be rooted in the community submitted themes, assuring the art authenticity that reflects the stories, values, and identity of Doraville diversity population. There will be a collaboration with the Park and Rec, since the murals will be located in the facilities. The Art Commission, since we are participating in the evaluation, Public Work in the installations, and secure of everything. They are going to reach out to different associations, the seniors group, the library, school, faith-based organization, and a broad community to participate in these 3 different events. So then it will be a more community engagement abroad. So we congratulate DART for this grant. When I talked with Mary, she said that the whole idea is to have a very group of all ages, because the organization who provide the grant is when they want to diversify, like people can work together. So I think it's a great idea. Will you pass? So they request to have the final products in Brook Park, English Oak Park, and Bernard Harper Park. When the city staff meet to review this proposal, that was submitted in the form of a plot adapter, because it's in a public location and it's a kind of temporary project. Is not like a mural that will be there forever. So we can think better is for the future. We needed to use more the structured one, but the application for the mural, it have a lot to do with the artist and the permit of the artist that the art will belong to the city, and the city will decide what to do is enabled. So that's why when the applicant asked what process it should do, and she already submitted all the application, we evaluated and we say, well, let's go with this process. Other situation is that they have a announcement on June 24. So it's going to the other process, probably was going to take a little longer. But again, the artists are children's, and then It's not like it will be stay forever in the facilities. It's a project that have a timeline. So that's why we decide to use this process. We are open to any recommendation for future things. Again, one of the things that the staff recommend is that instead of doing install the final one of the final murals in the Bernard Harper Park is to use the Honeysuckle Park, and the reason is because Bernard Harper Park already have two beautiful murals, and one of them was created by a high schooler. Plus, we have the library, and we have also, it's coming in July, maybe July 18, I think 18 or 12. The Bella Blessing boxes that so it's kind of like Honeysuckle is a huge park. We have a lot of these wire fence, and beautify that, it will be a benefit too. Anyway, anything that we propose, request or modification that we will need it to discuss with the applicant. That is that.
Sorry,
Okay.
Magina, did I catch that you said those murals will be temporary?
So as we continue with the application, that's what they present. So they present a timeline, and they say that it will be from June to December.
They're permanent, yes. The murals are permanent.
The application say that the project will be from June to December. And there will be, in June, they are going to finalize the mural location, material, submission, outreach the neighborhood. In July will be to develop the stencil, confirm the site with the city staff, coordinate the display of the structure, order material. In August will be to host the first two community events, and that will be guided by then. In September, we'll hold the third event. And then in October, the installation of the murals will be in October, because then they have to seal in and make it that look permanent and everything. In November, so in October, as we understand the application, in October will be installed. Then in November will be rotated, and then in December will be rotated again. And then will be final rotations, document the project, and also they are going to get the feedback of the community during these periods. And also that each park, as we understand the application, will be rotated that.
Oh, as we understand the application. So that hasn't been finalized?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I asked Mary also said that is permanent, but when we read in the application, it all seems temporary.
It sounds like it's just temporary until the location is finalized, and then it's permanent. Okay, yeah. Okay. Cool.
Say again?
The murals are just temporary because they're rotated, but then once that timeline is over, the murals become permanent in those locations. That's the way I'm reading it.
So then is that that's not what the staff understand it, but we can. That's
how I'm
also
reading.
it needed to the approval. So did we proceeded? Is the because the materials is also it's not to be in the permanent thing. It's plywood or corrugated plastic.
Mary's looking at us like we're crazy.
Yeah, is this
I
supposed
think
to-
this is
Is
permanent. Mary, will you speak to the audience?
because I understand it how you do. Yeah.
The materials, yes, but it's marine grade plywood, fully sealed. They do move. It's done a lot in communities so that you can rotate.
Yeah.
And you can also leave them in space where then if you want to create a new something,
Yep.
it can replace that and one can
Yeah.
then extend on. 'Cause
Okay,
part of
yep.
this whole, it's the first year of a multi-year grant process, that then the idea is to take this and replicate it and adjust it throughout the city. So we have
Cool.
a bunch of different things. Again, then in 2 years, you could add to the new city center that here's a place where we can hang these 4x8 murals that can then be created and brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it is children's artwork, but we are having professional
Paint by
adult
number. yeah.
artists create the templates and then finalize.
Yeah, which is very cool. I love that. Okay. Thank you, Mary.
So, is, so the, I think that this clarification has to be incorporated in the application.
Okay.
So, so that will create three large scale murals painted on durable corrugated plastic and plywood that just Mary explained, sealing, waterproof for long-term outdoor display. And the modular designs will be mounted via grommets or French clit on city public freestanding structure. It's interesting to also, they went to apply to the whole process of the grant, but I don't think there was any real communication with the staff prior to this project. It was like formally like the whole project, how it was established. This project? This was one of the sponsorships in, yeah, but. The dimension of this each plywood is 4 by 8 feet. So it's like imagine a vertical display.
Mhm.
It will be almost 1.5 of those. So it's kind of like, oh, you know the dimension is a big
Before.
can we pass the other? So this is the mural one. The original format is small, but again, the idea is to, in this case, will be like horizontal, 8 feet long by 4. This mural one. Then you have mural number 2, and then mural number 3. So that's what we have. Also, can you explain where these projects came? Yes, and how was the selection of them?
So the current exhibit that we have that comes down this week is Visions Unbound, Art Through Youth Size, which last year we came up with the idea of this whole project to take children's artwork and have it translated into artwork in the city. So we had over 250 submissions for that show that we had to cull down because we don't have enough wall space, even with our huge wall right now. So then as the various artworks came in, they were all put into a blind voting by Dartboard and some of our regular volunteers with just, does this speak to a piece that could be public art in the city of Doraville? We came down to 8 finalists. Then we had to reach out to the adults of these young people to ask if they would approve. And these were the 3 whose official adults approved that their artwork could be used
Cool.
in that. So
That's helpful. That was my question, is how that was narrowed down.
Yep.
That's helpful.
So we kind of went with a blind call that
Mhm.
they weren't aware of.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, so you have your form to score them. We can go for the first one. You have a name for that? Will you put it in? For that one? For now, we can call it mural number one. And you, Alex, you are putting different names.
So are those in order? So that's Firebird is number one, Colorfly is number two. Okay. And then the Happy City is number three. Location is TBD right now. Yes. Which of these?
Yeah. Like I said, the locations will be in this tree park. For the Brook Park, we say that it can be in front of the tennis court, facing the street and the church that is in front.
Yeah.
For
We haven't decided which mural goes
No.
where. Yeah, that's what I was. Okay, cool. Okay.
Let's go just for the first one. Eh, Itzel, Itzel,
Itzel? Itzel? Are you there? I didn't hear her. There she is. I see her. Oh, this is from before.
Itzel, can you hear us? So she said that she's here. We are voting for the mural number one. I will put again. Yes, so this is called Firebird, and we are voting for the council is evaluated. When you have ready, let me know to pass to the second mural.
Are we discussing this?
Are everybody?
Are we ready to discuss mural one?
Yep.
You wanna go to the second one and then we discuss all together?
Yeah.
Let's go to evaluate number 2, the
Apologies.
color fly.
Colorfly, yeah. Like butterfly, but different. More colorful. I have a question, Medea, because some of this stuff does not necessarily pertain to this project. So for example,
But the art experience
artist experience.
it will be more like the experience of the applicant that is start carry on this kind of activities. I will extrapolate to that.
Say that again.
When it's artist experience, I will consider like the experience of the applicant that is start in carry on this kind of project. Or you wanted to focus in the
Oh,
art.
Okay, the lens is for Dart, not necessarily the artists themselves.
I think it's for the mural that they are presented as what it will be the final art. This is the final art. There are
How we're
projects, no? This is the final art.
Yeah. Yeah. That I understand. I think what I'm curious, as someone who's looking at the score sheet, I'm curious about how I should be interpreting some of these terms. So artist experience, like for example, are we scoring the experience of the artist who is a child who has is not, have a full-time job as as an artist, or are we saying this is the experience that I'm consuming by viewing this art? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Am I overthinking this?
I think it's a
It was part of an art exhibit. And this was one of the finalists chosen by Dart. So
What I'm wondering is,
think I will.
does
and
I think I will say also that you have to consider this as the mural that will be public display. So it will be more like the experience that you will have it like on other.
I guess what I'm
mural.
wondering is this a template that Dorville has created that this is not applicable for this scenario? And we just use the first portion of this to score? Do you see what I'm saying? Am I overthinking this?
I think that the artist experience again is like you can consider the artist the experience of the applicant, so you can respond that is the art.
Okay, got it.
The other is the appropriateness of the art location, where you now hear that they wanted to
Yeah,
use this model not only for a temporary time, they wanted to have a display for how long?
just the proposed locations. I'm just going to score it that way. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay.
So with it, yes, they would go in October, move in November,
Yeah.
move in December.
Yep.
With them being movable, they will be built sturdy enough to stay for 4, 6, 8 years.
Yeah.
They can also easily be removed to be either maintained or replaced
Yep.
as needed without making any permanent damage to any city structure. So it would be a very sturdy yet
Yeah.
transient piece of
Yeah.
art.
So now more to your response, you have to consider also that how will be appreciated for this
Yeah.
long period of time, like any other mural that we has been.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has been evaluated.
Okay. Thank you for entertaining my questions. Yeah, we can move on to the third one.
Itzel, are you ready for the third one? Additional inside information is like inside.
That Mary just transitioned to you.
So with part of this project, these three artists are all elementary school age. The muralists that we have are going to have the
Yeah.
kid work with them through the process. Plus, we're going to bring some of our high school age art students in
Oh, cool.
to be a part of the process to sort of be their little internship,
bridge.
learn about large scale art with it. So a little bit of intergenerational on the lower half, and then hopefully bringing in a lot of those of us who officially, earned our AARP cards to go through and be a part of the painting process, which
I like the bridge of the younger mid generation. Yeah, I like that.
right. So these, we're building them sturdy, marine grade, fully sealed, UV coated, graffiti coated, with the ability to take them down, maintain them, but then also 4x8, something new can go up in year to year if we continue through with this grant process, adding new places so they can find new locations, something new can go in one place, something old there, easy enough to maintain, because that's part of the thing with, I love murals on solid objects, but then to take them down.
Yeah, it's utilitarian.
And City of Thomasville, they're on like year 15 of doing this all throughout the city.
Oh, cool.
And so every year they have 3 new large murals that are done. They go in place of the ones that need the most repair.
Yeah.
Or that are just beyond their lifeline, and away they go.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Also, I want to clarify that when Mary said that she submitted this project to the city, it was an application for a sponsorship. So that didn't go through the evaluation ni discussion. It went through the sponsorship process that was to provide money to them.
Okay. Okay.
Itzel, are you ready? Can you speak again? I mean, she said that she was there. We have some problem with the mic.
Mm.
And she's there. Uh, ca- Can you try to call us to see if we can hear your voice at least? Call me we can do it by phone.
Do we need to call her? We have quorum.
We have a quorum here.
Okay.
I didn't think we were allowed to participate via Zoom. That's what I was told when I tried to do it one time.
mm,
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that ended after the COVID rules. That was a COVID.
Yeah. No idea.
I don't think we can clarify with the legal.
Yeah.
But
But regardless, we have a quorum here, so I think we're good.
The interest of time.
okay.
Do we want to just read aloud the evaluation portion of it, just so that it's on record how this has been captured?
Yeah.
So here, I can read it if you want.
Mhm.
So this is the art commissioner meeting public art evaluation of this 3 community painted mural. In the evaluation of this public art submission, the art commission's focus is on ensuring the themes established by the art commission and approved by the City Council of Community Diversity, Vitality, and Transformation are captured by public art projects. Only one of these themes needs to be met. Further, required application criteria like artist experience, appropriateness of the art location, duration the art will remain, availability of funding for art, materials, and the maintenance of art will also be evaluated. These criteria were evaluated on a scale of 1 does not meet to 5 exceeds the criteria, expectations, and requirements. Justification will be given for any scores noted. So the proposed art number 1, which is Firebird. Do you want me to go through here?
You go for team and then each one tell me the value.
Okay, so the themes are diversity, vitality, community, and transformation. So we'll cover first diversity. I gave that a 5.
Chris,
3.
Andy,
4.
Sale,
We don't,
what did she say?
No.
You have to unmute yourself. She said that she's there.
Oh, okay.
And you unmute yourself to try? Is no, I think that we are going to go with the both of the 3 committed. She said that you needed to give her permission to try. Okay, it's okay. Can you try again? This is the last time? We see that your speaker is silent. No?
Okay, let's move on. The second theme is vitality. I gave that a 5.
4.
5.
Okay. Community, I gave that a 5.
5.
4.
Transformation, I scored that a 5.
5.
5.
Okay. The next category is artist experience. I gave that a 5.
5.
Four.
We say the applicant experience in this case. No?
Yeah, the applicant experience. So the artist equals the applicant, which is the child.
Base that the art is done by a child.
Yep. Thank you, Magina. Okay. Everyone voted, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Next,
So I couldn't say again.
5.
4.
And you
I gave that a 5. Yeah. Next category is appropriateness of art location. I gave that a 5.
5.
5.
Next category is duration art will remain. I gave that a 5.
can you clarify then what is the criteria that you're using, since the staff only considered the durability was going to be until December?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think for me, this is how I'm thinking about it, Magina. So feel free to clarify if I'm interpreting your question.
Anyway, when I say staff, it's only me, it's all the departments that are involved in the collaboration.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay.
The way my lens of this is there's a potential for it to potentially remain longer than the time. But the duration of it is temporary rotation with the end result of it being semi-permanent.
Again? Temporary location with the
Rotation.
Rotation,
Mhm.
it's temporarily going to be rotated. And then once the location is picked, that it's semi-temporary based on how Mary is describing the materials and the criteria of the project. Yeah.
Same for all.
Yeah.
Oh, it will, the location will be peak, it will be semi,
Semi-permanent.
and when you say, could you define what is semi-permanent?
Yeah, that's a good question, Magina. So I'm saying semi-permanent because it is it is not painted directly on the wall. It is painted on materials that can be permanently adhered to those locations. I'm looking at Mary to make sure that I'm using the right terminology here. But
And it can also be maintained until its useful life reaches an end, at which point it can be replaced.
so some of this consideration, I have that lens for the following 4 categories.
Is it tentative, like what period do you say it will be?
I think it's listed in the project, right? The project summary.
Oh, no. When they reach the location, so then you will estimate that will be for what period of time? 'Cause
Are we making that decision?
Oh, it's like,
My assumption is we're not making that decision. Parks and Recs will make that decision. We're just scoring it.
so Park and Rec will make that decision? How long it will be permanent in
That's
the?
my assumption, right? This is a Parks and Rec project, correct?
Well, that's the thing that because it's a new process, and then we will consider as a temporary thing. So then I wanted to bring back all the information as clear as possible
For the city council.
for the city council, yeah.
Do we have the authority to make that decision if the funding is coming from Parks and Rec?
The funding is not coming for Park and Rec. It's a grant.
Yeah.
It's a grant that
Sorry.
they obtained. The only collaboration is the labor collaboration to the installation, the facilities,
So it sounded when Mary talked about the duration,
I think that's already approved, isn't it?
No, nothing has been
it
approved.
sounds like there's a I guess if
feel like
it's
it's
not
the same.
approved, I don't know if we should sit here and
Well, what
try
is
and hash this out now.
what is approved was the grant. The grant was approved, and they are going to receive the money. And that's when I was mentioned that there was no formal conversation on this project until the application. And Mary say it's the same project that was applied for sponsorship, but sponsorship is completely different kind of view of the project. So then when we are going to present the recommendation, one of the question will be, when they determine the semi-permanent site, that will depend on how long you will take. And you just say, is the decision of the park?
I apologize. I misunderstood that. I didn't realize that we were actually making decisions around how long this mural is going to be installed for.
Well,
Well,
according to
Mary-
their timeline, it's going to be rotated and painted throughout June, December, and then it's going to be evaluated by the community impact and then submitted for a final report. What I'm suggesting I'm
Yeah,
assuming that
there
they
will
will
be a
give a
record-
timeline of
Yeah.
how long they want that up in December when they start installing the permanent, semi-permanent installations.
Yeah, it
That's
feels-
when I think that the timeline would be submitted. Yeah, that sounds,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's best based off the timeline.
So it will be from June to June.
Yep.
For this first group of project.
Yep. I think that
Beautiful.
sounds great.
Thank you for following me.
Well, thank you.
Because I go back there and then everybody asks all the
No,
questions.
you're
It's
good.
Yeah, I appreciate the
Yeah.
clarification. I did not
Okay.
take it away from the summary there.
So
The
you vote of the duration of the art will remain for 1 year
Mhm.
and then will be evaluated. So can you please vote?
are we making a motion?
No, you make a vote for,
Did we put a vote? I think,
Oh, did we put a vote? Yeah.
I did 5.
5.
5.
of 1 year evaluation
Yes.
of the continue it or no? Mhm. Are materials?
5.
Yep.
5.
5.
Funding, we don't have anything to say to the funding. So this part is not applicable.
Yep.
Well, maybe the cost of the installation of the materials for the structure or whatever, but that's all. Okay. Oh, no. Our maintenance,
5.
5.
5.
okay. Recommendation,
Approve.
Second. I approve that also.
okay. I will suggest to, is you can add to the information what you expressed today in terms of durability, time, maintenance, which in this form, we can use a exhibit 1. I can send it to you of that. That is kind of like the one that you use for crossing, colorful crossing that explain the term maintenance of all of them. So then it's clear. Okay. So,
I think we're moving on to Colorfly. Number 2. You're on number 2.
oh my God. Okay,
Okay. Theme of diversity. I gave that score a 5.
you put the image again.
No.
Is the number 2.
Number 2.
Mhm.
Oops.
Okay, Chris,
3.
Yeah, it's true.
Andy.
5.
Okay.
Vitality. I gave that a 5.
Diversity,
Vitality.
diversity.
She
We
did
just-
5.
I just
Yeah.
did diversity.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I put in team. I put it in team.
Yeah.
But also team is a part of the evaluation.
What's that?
The theme.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So-
What's happening?
Vitality.
Vitality. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were,
Well, that they would say that team is part of the evaluation.
I mean, it is. Yeah, we're just breaking it down into sections. Yeah,
It's diversity, vitality, community.
it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had overview.
It breaks it down.
I had overviewed that before. So I'm just trying to fast forward
Team
it.
is not a scored piece. And it only has to meet one of these 4 criteria based on what it says above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, vitality,
5.
5.
4,
community,
5.
5,
5.
transformation,
5.
5.
5.
experience is the same that previous.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
5.
Everything after that first section is the same, I think, for the
Oh, it is.
all 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Okay. So we can move on to mural 3. Okay. Themes, diversity. I gave that a 5.
3,
5.
Vitality, I gave that a 5.
Oh, wait a minute. In number 2, the recommendation.
approve.
And second,
2nd.
I'll third it.
and I like vitality,
Vitality, 5.
4,
4.
Community, 5.
5,
5.
Transformation, 5.
5.
4.
Okay, so also all the scores, the rest will be the same that
Yep.
number 1, no?
Yeah.
Recommendation.
Approved.
Okay.
Woo! Oh, That was
So the
hard.
Last, Bella is the last.
Yep. We're gonna make it out of here eventually. It's gonna.
Make it quick.
Kim,
Yes.
So,
you're a trooper.
Yeah.
You too, Mary.
Yeah.
so Bella Blessing's art is presented. We need a card that provide more information about the artist, the design,
Yes.
the explanation of the scene.
Did I get that to you? Oh, okay. Well, I do have all that. I can forward it to you. So the title is Party Animals.
Cute.
The artist is S.J. May. The media is Paint 2D. And her description is that Party Animals is a celebration of the beautiful critters in our lives that we're lucky to call family. I wanted this piece to be inclusive of a variety of different pets that bring joy to our lives. So this mural features dogs, cats, rats, mice, guinea pigs, and birds all dancing together. This piece is ultimately about our furry, feathered, and whiskered companions deserving love, happiness, and support as well. This will be at Halpern Park. I think we're looking at June as an installation. July, excuse me. We're looking at July as an installation date, and she has. Okay, I think it's TBD, but I don't think we have a concrete date on that yet. I'm not sure if we have, but somewhere around there. And she gave 2 options. Traditional colors are the ones on top, and then the bright colors, the rendering on the bottom. We can take a vote on if we want to decide which one we like for that place, or we can, give complete artist freedom and let her decide what she thinks is best.
I mean, I have a preference, but I also don't want to restrict her.
She knows that. I think she's just giving options, which is great. It is very much the same design. It just comes based off of the colors. Personally, I'm a traditional girl.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I like the first one better.
Yeah, I do too. I think it gives a lot of dimension.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let her know.
I like the first one too. I like the pause on the first one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let her know.
Yes, agreed.
Although I'm a big fan of pink and purple dogs.
Hmm.
And I will send you the artist card for that. And did Sarah fill hers out yet and give it back to you? I'll follow up with her. Okay, I'll follow up with her. Thank
I
you.
love them.
Wanted
I
to
love
have
the
that
artist.
information, don't pass away because like have the old information, I think is we put more information in the website or that will be helpful.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Great job on the Bella's blessing box. It's very cute.
Mhm.
Okay. Do we have any more discussion items? Any comments? Meeting adjourned.
This is a record of 8:30.
Wow.
Wonder is the webs is soon still working?
Sorry, Mr. Lowe.
Where were you? Now,
Okay, no,
What-
you guys were already voting when you guys gave me permission to talk again. So I was like, you know what? I'll just be quiet now.
rude. Okay.
Me.
Thank you.